welcome to the Motorsport.com Northwest MX Series. This is the Rockstar Energy Drink Pro Series, round one, coming from Richland, Washington in southeast Washington. And here we go, on the line, Tommy Week, Ben Evans, Brad Noddet, Dylan Summerlin, Noah McConaughey, Chris Howell, Devin Harriman, Jake Ansett, Thomas Richard, Trey Segal. This is in for Moto 1 at the 450 Pro. Alex Harville, Nathan Haas, Neil Allen, Mason Holt, Dylan Dillaplace, Joey Dominguez, his first pro race, Austin Breida, Stephen Gross, Sean Wilson, Eric Denning, Spencer Casey, Robbie Harville, Brad Ludwigson, Rory Sullivan, Greg Crater, Ryan Huffman, Brock Barnes, Tim Roberts, Dwight Dillon, and Daniel Hamilton coming out of retirement. Unfortunately, he had a practice crash and landed on his head, so he's going to be sitting out these first two rounds. But we'll see him back at rounds 3 and 4 coming up in April. Anyhow, to the gate. There it is, gate is down, so first moto of the season is off. Who's going to get the whole shot? Tommy Week, it looks like there on the 331. One rider going down on the couple of riders going down as they funnel through those first two corners in the MotoTheNorthwest.com whole shot. And it was Huffman on the 605. So family gets whole shot as Tommy Week out front on the 331 as they make their way around that backside of the track and head into the little chicane area of the track, changing it up a little bit from the normal track, which we will see coming up in April when we come back from rounds 3 and 4. And so Week in spot number 1 on the 331 Honda, and there you have Ben Evans. Ben Evans on that 235 KTM, and good to see him back up and racing as we haven't seen him for a while. He tries to show a wheel there on Tommy around the outside, coming over the Duval anthill there, and now into the center part of the track here, Richland, Washington at Horn Rapids. Tommy's going to go outside, little rhythm section here before the finish line, and he will hang a right and go over that Motorsport.com finish line and around the tower. On board now with Joey Dominguez on the number 10. First pro race, like I was saying, and man, he's right there behind Noah McConaughey, one of the only riders to, at least in practice, I think there was 2 riders trying that triple, double, single in that rhythm right at the finish. Here you go, Chris Howell on the 222, as I believe he sits in 3rd right now behind the Evans and Week battle. Back up front to Week on the 331. He's got about, 5 to 8 bike lengths over Ben Evans now, coming into lap number 2. And there you see Hal and the rest of the field as they file in behind him through this chicane. Again, this is round number 1 of the Rockstar Energy Drink Pro Series. Rockstar putting up some cash prizes for our pro riders to do the whole series here. Of course, regular pro payback for each rider out there. And here you go, back into the battle. There's Harriman goes to the outside, and the 96 aboard that JMC. That is Noah McConaughey on that JMC Husky, and he is coming kind of from the back. Struggled a little bit there at the start. Now back on board with Joey Dominguez on the number 10 as he negotiates into the center part of the track. Gets ready to head through that rhythm section again right before the finish, and he is in a battle, I believe, with Summerlin that is ahead of him. Coming to that Motorsport.com finish line. Back up to Week in the lead, looking over his shoulder, trying to figure out, of course, this is the first outdoor race of the season here in the Northwest, so everybody trying to gauge their speed, and big group of pro riders here for the first round, 30 total in the 450 Pro. So big gate of riders here, all trying to figure out where they file in for the 2016 season. And here we have, he was the 333. Thomas Richards out of Montana. Dylan Summerlin also on board with him on the 430 as he takes that position. Summerlin having a great season last year, kind of his breakout season here in the 450 Pro class in the Northwest aboard the KTM, as he had some podium finishes last year. So good to see him back up and running strong. Back on board with Dominguez here as he negotiates kind of that little off-camera area, and now that right-hander is going to send him back towards that Duval anthill as you see the riders going through here. Dwight Dillon just ahead of the KTM rider there. And here you see McConaughey still in a battle, and he is not scared to ride on the edge And there you see a little bit of rhythm as he throws a little bit of leg swag out there on that number 96 coming by the finish. And here's Summerlin now. That's Summerlin, and Dwight Dillon is right there in the all-black riding gear. And see if Summerlin can make a pass on him. Dwight Dillon coming out of Montana, Summerlin out of Washington. And McConaughey getting right there stuck behind him as we've got the Honda rider. Okay, wow, can't quite see who that was. He is a lapped rider, but having all kinds of problems there as he pulls off the track. Now back to the race. So McConaughey, Summerlin trying to get by Dwight Dillon here as Dillon gets kind of pushed to the outside. Can McConaughey sneak underneath him as he tries to muscle that Husqvarna by him? And Dillon's going to slam the door on him, but he's going to keep some momentum around the outside. Wow, I don't think he knew that, that McConaughey had that line around the outside. And he makes quick work right there and puts that Husqvarna in front of both KTMs here and tries to pull away as the track in great condition. Little bit dry for an early March race here in the Northwest. But oh no, Hal, he was running third, goes down in that left-hand corner, the Duval sweeper before the rhythm section of the finish. He can't quite get that Husky fired up. As it looks like he's just standing there now with the riders with the push button start. Looks like they could be hurt, but he gets that thing fired up and he'll get back into the race. He's got a lot of work to do. Back on board, Dylan Summerlin on the number 430, so he is behind that number 96. And wow, he's getting all kinds of crazy coming out of those whoops back into the first two corners. So can Summerlin find some speed and get back up and around McConaughey? He's going to have to hope for a mistake from McConaughey, because McConaughey not scared to twist the grip aboard that JMC Husqvarna as they go around the back part of the track. They're going to make that right-hand corner and come back into that chicane towards the middle part of the track. So Tommy Weeks still your leader out front aboard the Honda as you see him go by right there. And then back into another battle as Jake Anstead aboard the 252 stroke. Bummer, there's Barnes having an issue sitting on the side of the track. Oh, and there was a mistake that Summerlin was waiting for by McConaughey. As McConaughey making a mistake, I think we're going to have a replay of that here coming up as McConaughey makes a mistake there in that corner. And here we go. So yeah, he just buries that Husqvarna in that Horn Rapids berm, and luckily Summerlin had enough room to sneak around the outside, but now he's got McConaughey all over his rear fender, and his rear view mirrors are full of that number 96 right now as they come by the mechanics area and into that first corner and make that first left and first right. There we go, McConaughey to the outside. Can he keep the momentum as he grabs another handful aboard the Husky? He's going to try to put himself to the inside, stay a little bit lower, not able to slingshot pass him, as they say. He comes around the back, drops into the bottom here at Horn Rapids. Can he cut to the inside and make the pass happen coming into the chicane? He's got the inside line, and there he goes. He sticks it. Can he make it stick? And there he takes the position back over from Summerlin on the 430. Great racing here in Moto number 1. There's a quick replay, and there he is. Just takes that line over and puts that Husqvarna right in front of the KTM, and it takes off once again on the 96. So can Summerlin bounce back? Oh, wow! He almost goes down again as he loses traction there in that right-hand corner, and Summerlin gets a gift to try to stay ahead of that hard-charging Noah McConaughey on the 96. He's going to go outside. Let's see if he triples in like he's been doing. He does. Not able to make the pass, though, as he's going to hang that right and head up over that motorsport.com finish line. And the tunnel jump here. And they're going to drag race back down. If you remember last lap, he tried to go to the outside and make that pass, keep the momentum up. As he goes left, let's see if he goes to the outside again, and he does. So can he keep the momentum up through this table section? Oh, there he goes, he scrubs by and puts himself to the inside, and he's going to be able to control the corner there. Summerlin trying to go back underneath. I don't know if he's going to have enough as they drop down into the bottom and over that table there. And he shows him a wheel, though. He's not letting him have it very easy. Great racing here in Moto number 1 of the Rockstar Energy Drink Pro Series. It's the Motorsport.com Northwest MX Series coming to you from Richland, Washington. And back up to your leader, Tommy Week on the 331, as he's going to grab the win here in Moto number 1. And it looks like Ben Evans in second. Brad Nodditt on the number 18 is going to be third. Let's head on down and get a word. All right, down here on the podium with Moto 1 winner here in the Rockstar Energy Drink Pro Series 450A. Tommy Week, man, you got a killer start there. Like I was saying earlier, you were shiny, all nice and clean out front. It's probably feels good to get a quick moto win there for kind of first outdoors of the season.
Absolutely. You know, it's good racing out there. We got a lot of fast guys, and to get a good start and put yourself up front early is important. So put in solid few laps and get the overall is what the goal is. Try and walk away with some moto wins and some overalls at the end of the day.
Now, I saw you there. You obviously snuck out there and you got a pretty good lead. And looked like you were trying a few things. You and Nodditt were both trying to get this double over here. You had some killer lines on the backside. But then I don't know if you just drug a foot or you ended up going down over here with about a lap and a half left to go.
Yeah, I was trying to get that double a couple of laps, but I never ended up getting it clean. And then got my brother-in-law behind me pushing me on that last lap. He was just trying to ride with me, and I got all tight and ended up missing a rut and pushing the front end. So I had to remount and get my bike started. And thankfully, I was able to stay up front ahead of Ben and finish that race with a win.
Well, there you go. Moving into the second round later on today. Probably more of the same, right?
That's the goal. Good starts, moto wins, putting it in and putting it out.
There you go. Tommy Week here for Moto number 1 of the Rockstar Energy Drink Pro Series here at the Motorsport.com Northwest MX Series.